reverse glass is a technique, whereas that you use gold and silver and hand-painted work that goes on the back of the glass to create something artistic and enjoyable to look at. My name is Dave Smith. I'm a songwriter and glass embosser. Looking back at this work and seeing the people that have helped me over the years in this country and abroad in the States, finding one craftsman by the name of Rick Lawson, he inspired me massively and introduced me to some very nice, talented people. Yeah, I really was lucky. You've got to have patience to do the work, and especially when you come to the cutting, it's you get one chance at it really. You can tell when the cut's going well, and just hearing the noises, you get used to the certain cuts that the wheels make, and different types of wheels. I mean, diamond wheels and stone wheels, they all make different noises. But you just know when it's going right or when it's going wrong. Hours go by working on some of these larger panels of glass. You can be up to 70 hours sometimes and longer. You need a good deal of physical energy to overcome the push of the glass against the wheels. I try and take my mind off things by listening to the radio in the background. Gold leaf is light, it's delicate, and it's very fragile. And if you touch it, it will tear. Nothing conveys as much impact on a window as a gold leaf itself, especially applied in reverse. It's got that dignity and richness, and in addition provides something that no other material can. I designed and developed a new tool for laying full gold leaves to glass and flat areas of materials. The idea was to make it easier for beginners, and I found with a few tests even my 8 and 10-year-old children were able to use it. it's important for me to make a preliminary sketch. This gives me a unique design every time, as I don't want the appearance of working on a production line. I think for me, I find this part of the process the most enjoyable. The freedom of using a pencil that allows me to get my ideas down quickly, and allows me to express my creativity. At the turn of the century, every main street in this country and abroad was resplendent with hand-painted and gilded short fascias and beautiful gilded decorated windows. They had their own highly skilled sign writer, pictorial artists, and even brilliant cutter, each with their own individual style. You just had to look and you knew who had painted that fascia or had embossed the window. There were entire teams of workers producing just individual pieces. I was lucky enough to find a very rare original sign writing book called The Sign Writer and Glass Embosser. It was published in the year 1898, and I had to travel to buy it. I went to Ireland to purchase the book, which was for me was worth the journey. The entire book is full of processes and ideas for my own work, and it's in perfect condition. I mean, it comes complete with 32 pages of design, beautifully designed lithographic plates. This work involves using various machines. When I need to bend and shape glass, I use a large kiln. Bending the glass can be a very slow process, and on occasions can take up to 20 or so hours just to shape individual pieces. I sometimes use a sandblaster, which gives the glass more of an opaque look and finish. It also, leaves a rough surface ready for applying animal glue, which creates a process called glue chipping. The silvering process of making a mirror was introduced to me in around 1990, working alongside an old gent called Bernard Harris. This technique gave me new possibilities, when working within my designs. Watching the chemical reaction and transition of a mirror forming and being made is to me sort of magical. The Clock Tower pub in Torquay, they over the years been so interested in this type of work, especially Steve Goss, the owner. He's a big on Victorian work, and he really appreciates what I do with the mirrors inside the pub. I can be working on a window down there, and people will be walking by, and they'll be interested in seeing what I'm doing. And sometimes you'll get the odd person say, you don't see that anymore. It's a dying craft. You don't see signwriters working on ladders and behind glass. One thing of the past. But I like to carry on working like this, and I want to be teaching. I do teach still, and before this craft dies out, I'd like to teach as many people as I can and get them interested, just to keep it alive. There's probably just a handful of signwriters still working like this, and it's nice to keep it working and keep it going. Every time I finish a piece of art, I strive to excel on to the next one, and make it better if I can every time. Sometimes I look back to my past and remember the good and the bad moments that I have encountered along the way. It's nice to know that my family have always supported me and been there. Everything I've achieved in this line of work, I've done for myself and them, my wife Melissa, Hannah, my oldest, and Lauren and Millie. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I think personally, I actually have the best job in the world. Sign writing, glass embossing is my life.
God. Manhattan Research.